Evening, everyone. I was thinking a lot today about time and how we always feel like we're running out of it. Always. No matter what, no matter who we are, what we're going through, it always feels like there's not enough time. And this really relates back to a lot of the videos that I've done recently about regret, about all of those things that we wish we could do, people wanting to, fill out their bucket lists. And it all comes down to time, that especially people who have received a diagnosis or something like I have, that you're running out of it, that there's not going to be enough time to do everything you want to get done because you don't have as much time as you thought you would. That's a hard thing to think about, but it's also interesting just how relative time is. So example, today I'm trying to be better now that I have kind of an increased amount of my pain meds that I can take per day. I'm trying to be better at actually taking them at the 4-hour increments because now I can. Before, I was having to kind of spread them out. So I didn't keep a super strict schedule on when I was taking them because I tried to space it out to be closer to like 5 hours or 6 hours so that it would last throughout a longer part of the day. And when you're in pain, time seems to crawl because you can't wait until you can get maybe just a little bit of relief from, your next dose, or it's not giving you any relief and just being in pain just makes time seem like it's slowing down. But then you get to the end of the week and you look back and you're like, how did I get to Friday already? So it's like, while you're in the moment, it's super slow, but in retrospect, it feels a lot longer it feels a lot shorter than what you had been experiencing. And I'm sure everyone has an example of when something like this has happened. So going back to, today when I took my meds, I started a timer for 4 hours so that when I hit the 4-hour mark, I knew it was time to take my meds again. And I did pretty well, but it definitely, like, glancing at my phone and seeing I still have 2.5 hours left and ow, I'm kind of hurting still or already. It yet again, like I said, made those hours crawl by. Like right now I took some, about an hour and a half ago. So I have, hours left before I can take more. And I don't feel like it gave me as much relief as it usually does. And like my legs are all crampy today. And just like the day in general just seemed to crawl by. But I also look and I'm like, it's already the end of Tuesday. I don't actually have that much left of the week. So the question, I guess, then becomes like, how do we reconcile time and the time that we have when it is so relative? And I mean, I guess the best thing I could say, which we've already talked about in all of these other videos, is to not take it for granted, to not take time for granted, to take each moment that we have and cherish it and utilize when I have a chance to do something with my family, something fun that, maybe I'm not sure about. It's worth it to take that chance. And I mentioned that, fear held me back a lot. Some of my biggest regrets are because of fear and not, not feeling comfortable or, doubting myself. And I can't let that stop me. Otherwise, time is just gonna fly by. So time, it's coming for all of us. I appreciate you guys. I hope that wasn't too wishy-washy or anything, but I'm sure all of you have very similar experiences about time, and I would love to hear anything you'd like to share in the comments. So make sure to say hi below, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.